We're actually going to just throw our predictions out for the MLB season to come. That's about to start this Thursday. Um, I'm not going to share the screen just yet because I do have my picks and Tyler's picks already, and it's just staring at a spreadsheet for those of you that are watching on YouTube. But we're going to go through it all real quick. We're going to pick every division winner. We're going to pick our 3 wild card teams for both the American and National League, and then we're just going to pick our World Series participants and champion. We're not going to say, who's the 1 seed taking on the 4 seed or anything like that. We don't need to go into that. I don't think that that's quite as important um, as just nailing the teams right. Um, so with that being said, let's start it with the National League, and I think we'll do National League first and then American League. Sam, you good with that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So in the East, Tyler has selected the Atlanta Braves to win the division. Vince has selected the Atlanta Braves to win the division. I think that's the safe bet. What do you think, Sam?
I got the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, I figured you would. Okay, so the National League Central. The Central is kind of a dog shit division. Tyler went with the Brewers to be transparent. According to Sportsline, they have the Brewers win total at 76.5 as of yesterday. So I went with the Cubs, who are at 83.5 for to win the division. The division favorite is actually the Cardinals at 84.5 according to Sportsline, and they finished dead last, and I was not impressed with them last year at all. So what do you think, Sam?
I got the Cardinals, man. I
Yeah.
I was so high on the Cardinals last year. I think all of us picked the Cardinals to win the division
Yeah,
last
we
year.
did. We did, yeah.
Um they were historically awful. Like
Mhm.
there was like things happening to this Cardinals team that just like made no sense.
Right. Yeah.
Um
That was an extremely bad, like worst
right.
case scenario. Chicken Little,
So
sky is falling. Yeah.
I believe they're going to get back to normalcy.
Hmm.
They're a functioning franchise for St. Louis. They this team has to be competitive because they know that they cannot be a last place team multiple years in a row. So I think just somehow, some way they're going to be just good enough to win the worst division in the NL. So St. Louis Cardinals.
Fair enough. So on to the West. Both Tyler and I have the Dodgers. I don't think that that's a real shocker. Um, the Dodgers always win this
Dodgers.
division. Yeah. That's easy money right there. Same with the Braves. Like if the Braves and the Dodgers both don't win the division, something terribly catastrophic happened to either of those teams. Um, so yeah, that's those are our division winners. For the wild card, Tyler went with the Phillies, the Diamondbacks, and the Padres to have a bounce back year. I went with the Phillies, the Diamondbacks, and I actually think the pitching does make a difference in San Francisco. I had the Giants in as the last wild card team. I said
Wow.
that they would finish third in the division. The Diamondbacks finish ahead of them, and then the Dodgers obviously in first. But the Giants sneak in, I think, is my prediction with like
I
86
got
wins or
the
something like that. So who do you got?
I got the Phillies, D-backs,
Uh huh.
and the Chicago Cubbies.
All right, we're both on the Cubs. We're both a little high on the Cubs. I got them winning the division. You got them with the wild card. That's great. Yeah, I think I think the Cubs finally put it together again after selling it all off a few years ago. I think they're
They
coming
got a lot of
back on the
young
upswing.
talent. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what baseball does is
it's
you
the
get
name of
to
the
the
game.
age.
All right, so let's go over to the American League, switching gears. Tyler and I both have the Orioles. Speaking of young teams with on the rise, I think that they are primed to go back to back, win the division again.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of the rookies they have coming up this year
Hmm.
may be better than the ones that
Got the
got
division for
them
him last
there
year. Yeah,
last year.
yeah.
Um,
The time is
uh,
nigh.
Matt Holiday's kid
Hmm.
is a baller. That dude is
Yeah.
going to hit, and he didn't even make the club.
Hmm.
So when he gets called up, all eyes are going to be over there. The Orioles have to have. I mean, they probably have the best young talent in the system, and they made the big trade and added
Oh,
a few weeks ago. They
yeah,
added
yeah,
the pitcher.
yeah. Oh, fuck, who was it? Anyway, yeah. But
Great sports talk radio
yeah,
right here.
totally excellent. Yeah.
But I'm
Dead
all
time, dead
in.
zone.
I'm all in on the Orioles.
All right, so you got the Orioles winning the East as well?
All in on the Orioles. Yeah.
All right. So the AL Central, if that's another dog shit division, Tyler and I both have the Twins winning it.
Twinkies. Yeah.
Twins? Yeah. I mean, they're at least projected to finish above 500. They got 87.5 on the win total.
I mean, I just looked at the division and I'm like, kind of looking at last year, looking at the
Yeah.
talent on the roster, like,
Yeah.
Twins.
I guess the Twins.
I mean, I
Yeah.
wanted to pick the Guardians, but
Mhm.
it just seems like every time I get high on them, like they just like
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're
I
at,
don't know.
their win total is 79.5, the Guardians. So like we're talking about an 8-game difference on the win line between the Twins and the Guardians. I think that's too much to overcome. All
Yeah.
right, so for the AL West, Tyler went with the Rangers to repeat. I picked the Astros because I'm taking the easy money. Sam, what do you got?
I took the Astros.
Yeah, I think it's like I said, it's the easier money, it's the safer bet. Uh so as for the wild card teams, Tyler has the Rays, the Yankees, and the Astros, since he doesn't have them winning the division. I have the Rays, Yankees, and Mariners. I'm doing it again.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Who do you have as your wild card teams?
I got the Rays, Rangers, and Yankees.
Rays, Rangers, and Yankees. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just it's going to be kind of interesting to see how that shakes out. So for the World Series, Tyler has the Dodgers and Rangers playing each other, with the Dodgers finally getting the job done. I have the Dodgers playing the Orioles, with the Orioles getting the job done. I got the Orioles winning the World Series this year. What do you have, my friend?
I got the Atlanta Braves versus the
Okay.
Baltimore Orioles. So I don't even have the Dodgers making it to the World Series. I think they lose in the
I
NLCS.
think that's fair. And you got the Orioles in the for the American League. And who's your champion?
Yep. You know, I wrote down the Braves, but I think I'm gonna switch. I think I'm on the O's train, man. I think
All
I'm on
right.
the O's.
Okay,
I
I'm locking
love
it in.
I just love all the young talent they have. I mean, they have
Mhm.
to be one of the most exciting young teams in baseball right now.
Yeah.
Almost every position they got a young guy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So there we are. We are I'm locking it in. Just to recap, for the World Series, Sam, you have the Braves and the Orioles, with the Orioles as the champions. I have the Dodgers and Orioles, with the Orioles winning. Tyler has the Dodgers and the Rangers, with the Dodgers getting the job done. And we're gonna see how this shakes out. It's gonna be a lot of a lot of interesting storylines, and I'm sure we got it all completely correct between the three of us. Nothing wrong. It's all perfect. Absolutely nothing can go wrong. Tune in 3 days when, oh no, it all goes wrong.